When I wasn't singing or projecting biographies onto passers-by, I sometimes communed with the bus, sweet-talking it, and whispering into its air vents. I implored it to keep chugging along, willed it to roll forward, begged it not to quit on some forsaken back road. I prayed to St. John the Mechanic and the road gods for safe passage and garage-free travels, all of which, it turned out, was quite unnecessary. The bus was the most reliable vehicle I ever owned. I turned the key and it cranked, and went everywhere I asked it to go. Perhaps it heard my pleas. The screaming and yelling and car talk might have indicated a mind unspooled, a lonesome traveler lost in the byways of his mind, his van turned rolling sanatorium. But I felt great, much better, in fact, than I had at the beginning of the trip. There's a profound difference between being alone and being lonely. I didn't mind being alone, and I didn't feel lonely. I was enjoying my own company, and the trip was healing me by degrees. In Minneapolis, I saw my college friends Chris and Julie, who offered a spare bed, a hot shower, and a warm meal. Chris was my fraternity pledge brother, Julie his college sweetheart. They sagely married after we graduated, and I missed them both. We reminisced and did a little sightseeing, including the original Red Wing Shoe Company, founded in 1905 in nearby Red Wing, Minnesota. The name Minnesota comes from Dakota Indian words meaning sky-tinted waters, and I made a mental note to come back to the land of 10,000 lakes for a more in-depth visit. I wanted to stay, but I needed to get to Michigan to do some academic research. Somehow I managed to drive across the United States without crossing the Great Mississippi, as Mark Twain called it. Or if I did, I have no memory of it. I must have crossed somewhere between the Twin Cities, but I didn't commemorate this crossing or even mentally note it to myself. I was probably swept along in heavy traffic, too preoccupied to notice, tumbled like a log rolling downstream. But it's possible that the great father of rivers did not make the same impression here as it does further south. Indeed, the Mississippi varies in grandeur. The same river that Twain called the majestic, the magnificent Mississippi, rolling its mile-wide tide along, shining in the sun. Charles Dickens called the hateful Mississippi, an enormous ditch. Southeast of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Dickens's foul stream separated Minnesota from Wisconsin, whose natural beauty surprised me with its green, rolling hills, its lush farmland, and its open vistas.